Hello everybody and welcome to week 3 of NaNoWriMo. Today is day 13. It is Wednesday. I spent a couple hours this morning writing with Athena G's live stream because she just streams at the exact right time for me and it's perfect. She starts at 6:30, which is right about when I'm usually getting up out of bed and ready to start writing, and she ends at I think 8:30, which is usually like right when I have to leave for work. So it's just the perfect amount of time. So anyway, I joined in the chat for that stream with her and Alina today, and I wrote 1,296 words, but yesterday, on Tuesday, I didn't do any writing, which I have discovered is a pattern for me because I upload my videos on Tuesdays. So that's when I have to edit them. That's something I should keep in mind for next year. If I watch these videos back next year, future me, remember to plan for the fact that you don't get a lot of writing done on Tuesdays. So I am still behind by quite a lot. I did the calculations, and right now, after my writing I just did this morning, I'm sitting at 16,928 words, and I'm supposed to be, by the end of today, I'm supposed to be at 21,271 words, which means if I want to catch up today, I have to write 4,343 words today, which I really highly doubt is going to happen, but I'm gonna do my best to catch up as much as I possibly can. So we only have 3 clients today at work, so that's good. But at the moment, I don't really have a clear picture of what the next chapter is gonna be in my book, but I do have a vague idea, and the vague idea sounds like it'll be a fun chapter. So as long as I think about it today and brainstorm a little bit and get like a clearer picture of what that's going to look like, it could be pretty easy to crank out that whole chapter later this evening. But I might be jinxing myself in saying that. But yeah, I have hopes. I was going to say high hopes and I changed it to regular hopes. So maybe that's not the best sign. But I have hopes that I will be able to get a good amount of writing done tonight. I don't think I'm going to catch up completely, but at least I could catch up quite a bit. So I guess that's going to be it for right now. I will see you guys after work. Hi guys, so it is later in the evening on Wednesday, and I was not registering until just recently that it's Wednesday, which means that I have a write-in tonight at the library. So I am headed there. I'm not going to talk to you the whole time this time because that always distracts me, and I need to spend my driving time wisely thinking about the chapter I'm going to write so that when I get there, it'll all just flow out easily. So, gonna go write me 4,348 words. Not really. There's no way I'm gonna write that much, but we will see how much we can do. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, day 12? No, day 14 of NaNoWriMo, which means that tomorrow is the halfway mark, which means that by the end of tomorrow, I think I'm supposed to have, I guess, 25,000 words, right? Anyway, right now, I don't know my total word count because last night I did end up writing about 1,600 words at the write-in, which is obviously not 4,000, but I didn't think that would be possible. I'm pretty happy with what I got done yesterday, but I didn't put it into the Nano site yet, so I'm going to have to do that today, which means that they're not going to have it, like, it's not going to be correct because the new Nano site won't let you add words in following days. Like, you can't specify these words I'm adding in for today are actually from yesterday. It'll just count towards today, but whatever, I don't really care. I just use that kind of for like a running total. So anyway, I gotta add that in and do some more writing this morning, but it is 7:15 already, and we have to leave for work at like 8:40-ish, so I don't have a ton of time because I did kind of stay in bed a little longer than I should have watching The Daily Dropout because they're hilarious. If you haven't seen them and you like prank kind of videos, The Daily Dropout is hilarious. I love those like social prank videos, like the ones that are harmless. It's just people being silly and awkward and making people laugh. And The Daily Dropout is definitely my favorite channel for that because Steven and Lara are so funny and such good actors, and they keep such a straight face, and like sometimes it bugs me when I'm watching prank channels and I'm like, you can so tell that it's a prank because the way they're talking is just not normal because they're not acting well. But The Daily Dropout is awesome and they're great actors. So I wasted a lot of time this morning watching Steven Shapiro dance awkwardly on an escalator, but it was worth it. So anyway, I'm gonna get to doing some writing now and then I will check in with you guys later. Hey guys, so it's been a minute since we've talked. I know for you guys it's been like a couple seconds, but for me it's been a couple days. It is Saturday, November 16th, and here's the thing. I have been having just a heck of a time trying to decide what I'm doing right now. Because honestly, like, what I was struggling with is that I felt like my book that I'm working on right now is just not ready to be drafted yet. Like I said, I was kind of trying to pants my way through this. And I've really just realized, which is good, this is good to know, so it's good that I tried it, so I know for sure that I am not a pantser, and I don't really enjoy writing that way. It stresses me out, and I just don't like not having an outline and not having a structure. So basically, I realized how much I hate not having an outline. I'm gonna turn off the car because it might be making noise. I don't want to annoy you guys with all that background noise. So I realized that I hate pantsing and I really needed an outline, and I just didn't really know if I was even ready to outline this story, like if I had enough ideas or if I needed to kind of let it simmer for a bit longer. So what I've decided is, well, actually, here's the thing. Okay. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm all over the place right now, but that's just where my mind is. So that's where my external thoughts are as well. And by external thoughts, I mean words. I don't know why I said it like that, because again, my mind is all over the place. Okay, so basically, I decided that the book I'm trying to write is actually going to be 2 books. And I've officially made that decision. And therefore, I realized that I think now that I know that very important piece of information, I might actually be able to make an outline for this thing. Because before, I tried to make an outline and I was just writing down all the thoughts like, okay, this has to happen, and then this, and then this. And it was just so much. And I was like, this is not fitting into any kind of, like, structure. Not that every book has to follow like a certain plot beats, but like plot beats are important for a reason and they're valuable for a reason. And it was just like, this is not even close to fitting into any kind of like good structure for a novel. So this is not going to work. So that's kind of what was stressing me out about this whole thing, because I just didn't know like how this story is going to work, because it just was not, obviously not working as a novel. But I wanted to write, so I just kind of started writing. But it's really hard to do that when you don't really know where you're going, because you want to say, you know, you want to have a theme. You want to state the theme early on in some way and then kind of carry that throughout the story. And I was like, I'm not really sure what my theme is, because it depends on whether or not this book is going to be 1 book or 2 books. Because if it's going to be 2 books, then like I kind of know what the theme is. But if it's going to be 1 book, then I need to decide what's going to be the message or like the end point of this first book before we move on to the second. That like 2 books have a theme overall together, but then they each also have their own story. Kind of like my first 2 books, Keep No Record and Broken Together, both have kind of an overarching theme of like redemption and, you know, becoming a better person and overcoming your past and things like that. But they also have their own stories. The first book has its own story on its own, and the second book has its own story. And they have different themes within that as well. And so that was kind of the thing that was stressing me out, was just not knowing where I'm going with any of this. And so anyway, long story short, I decided it's definitely going to be 2 books. And since I was able to make that decision, I was able to also get a relatively okay, vague outline together. Today we had a midway pie day at Marie Callender's in my city with my NaNoWriMo group, and it was really fun. We got together and chatted about writing and books and all that great jazz, and we did some writing, but instead of writing myself, I outlined, and I was able to come up with not like a super... Like, my final version of an outline ideally would be like a chapter by chapter summary. I don't have that yet, but I do have like the Save the Cat plot beats. I know what those plot beats are going to be, which is a really, really good start, and I'm really happy with that. And so, yeah, basically, I think I'm at a point now where I can kind of like finish up that outline, maybe tighten it up and actually get chapter by chapter summaries going. And then after that, I probably can write a little more effectively and not be so like all over the place about it in my head, not knowing where I'm going. So that's what I'm trying to work on right now, is really tightening up this story and the outline and getting to know the story better myself, which means that I haven't been writing anything for the last few days, so I'm pretty behind. I don't even know what word count I'm supposed to be at today on day 16. Well, I guess it's about halfway through the month, so I guess I should be at least 25,000 words. More than that by the end of today. I should be more at like 27,000, somewhere around there. But I am at like 18,500 or something, so I'm not like crazy behind, but I'm definitely pretty behind. But I really just didn't feel good or happy about just pressing forward and writing when I felt like I don't even really know what I'm doing or where I'm going with this. That's just, it just wasn't comfortable to me, because that's kind of like a pantsing thing, and I'm not a pantser at all. So yeah, anyway, I decided I needed to take some time, outline, figure some crap out, and I did it. And I'm still working on that. I'm not done with the outlining process. It's probably still going to be a little while before I get back into like drafting. So the point being, I'm probably not going to reach 50,000 words, and I'm really, really fine with that. So anyway, that's just an update, because I've been going through all these thoughts, having tons of thoughts about whether I should just stop vlogging altogether for NaNoWriMo, because I don't know how much I'm going to be like drafting hardcore right now. But I decided for now, I think I'm going to keep going. But I just wanted to let you guys know where I'm at, and that I'm not like, I'm kind of casually participating in Nano. I'm not like hardcore, I have to meet this 50,000 word goal and I'm gonna be upset if I don't. Like, I'm pretty fine with it if I don't, honestly. So that's where I'm at, and I'm gonna go inside now because I've been working on my outline, and I'm probably gonna keep working on my outline a little more tonight. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna go, and I guess I'll talk to you guys next time I talk to you guys. Hey guys! So, we're back in the car. It is Sunday the 17th, and I'm laughing because would you believe that I changed my mind again? I swear, making these vlogs just highlights to me how often I can be super indecisive. So I have not changed my mind on the fact that this is going to be 2 books, not 1 book. That's definitely a good decision, and I have a pretty good outline for the first book. But what I have changed my mind on is how hard I'm trying to win NaNoWriMo. Because I had kind of thought that maybe I would just sort of casually participate but not really care about winning. But then I remembered that the week after NaNoWriMo ends, on December 7th, is my book release. And on that day, I was kind of thinking about having a live stream, like a celebratory book release day live stream party. And one of the things I had decided I wanted to do for giveaways was to give away some of the prizes I will win if I win NaNoWriMo. So when you win Nano, sometimes they have different things like coupon codes and stuff for things like Scrivener, and last year I didn't end up using anything that they gave me except the 50% off Scrivener code, but now I have Scrivener, so I don't need another one of those. So I don't know that I'm going to even end up wanting any of the things that I'm winning for Nano if I win. So I thought, hey, that would be a really good thing to give away, as long as the codes are like transferable and I can give it to someone else. So the thing is, if I don't win NaNoWriMo, then I have no idea what I'm going to be doing for my live stream book release day party. I have zero plans for that at this moment. I figured that I would figure that out after Nano when I have a little bit more time. So yeah, that just reminded me that I actually do kind of care if I win or not. So I'm gonna try to win. But at this point, I am like 11,000 words behind or something crazy like that. I'm at 18,500, and by the end of today, I'm supposed to be at 30,000. So I'm very, very behind. However, I did the math, or my husband did the math in his head a minute ago, and I think he said that I need to write like 2,600 words per day for the rest of NaNoWriMo to win, which is not super crazy, actually. Also, sorry for all the bumps in the road. It's ridiculous how many potholes I just hit. Anyway, 2,600 words a day is not super crazy, but of course I'd rather catch up a little bit so that I don't have to actually make sure to write that much every single day, because that could get a little difficult. But I will say, I feel so much more confident now that I have even the vaguest outline, because here is the thing. This is just a note to my future self. Next time you try to write something without an outline, it doesn't work well, because I don't like to write everything in order. Sometimes if I get a little stuck on a certain part, I want to jump ahead and just write something else for a while. Or maybe I have a really good idea for some scene down the line, but the problem is when I didn't have an outline at all, I would have this idea okay, I want, this guy, one of the characters, his dad dies, and so there's a scene where the girl goes to his house to kind of check on him and see how he's doing and comfort him after his dad died. And the problem is I have a picture of that scene in my head, but since I didn't have an outline, I have no idea what those characters' relationship is like at that point of the story, because I don't know what part of the story that scene is going to happen in, if that makes sense. So I don't know, is that the first time they've ever spoken, or have they already had some really deep bonding moment, or have they just kind of casually gotten to know each other and they're not very close yet. So I can't really write that scene at all, because I have no idea what the narration's going to be like if I don't know how these people relate to each other yet. I don't know if they're best friends or if they've never spoken to each other. So now now that I have an outline, I am super happy because now I know, at least vaguely, the order of operations of all these scenes that are in my head, so I can skip ahead and I know, okay, this is the first time these two characters are really bonding, and and the next scene I have in mind, I'm like, okay, this is, they already know each other pretty well at this point and they're really close, and that greatly changes how you write a scene. You need to know what the characters' relationships are to each other. You can't really write it without that knowledge. So anyway, I am just really happy that I have an outline so I can skip ahead and skip around, because this beginning part is really frustrating me. So anyway, oh my gosh, it's so bright. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm at the library and I'm going to get some writing done, and I don't have a ton of time, so we'll see how many words I get done, and I will check in with you guys after. Alright, you guys, so it is 3:30. That doesn't really mean anything to you because I didn't tell you when I got here. But anyway, I wrote 1,314 words, so not a ton, but at least it's something better than not writing anything, which is what I've been doing. So I'm feeling kind of burnt out right now, and I don't know for sure if I'll have time to write any more later, but I actually might, because I just have to go home and have dinner, and then I was going to play some Minecraft with my husband, and then maybe after that, if I have more time and energy, I might try to get some more words in. But the good thing is we're heading into a week of work, which for me is actually kind of easier to write on work days because I kind of just set aside that morning time as work time. Whereas on the weekends, it's like there's no time that really feels like I want to sit down and do work. I just want to do other things with my day. So hopefully this week during the work week will be a little bit easier to get some words in. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow, and then I think after that, that'll be the end of this week's vlog. So, because I got to get it up by Tuesday, and it's Sunday right now. So anyway, that's going to be it probably for tonight. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow, let you know if I wrote any more this evening. And yeah, just wish me luck, I guess, in catching up on this 11,000 words that I'm behind on. So, yeah. Bye, I guess. Hey guys, so I actually wanted to say one more thing, and I kind of debated saying this because I don't want it to sound like I'm tooting my own horn on doing something nice for someone, but at the same time, I think talking about stuff like this just encourages other people to think about it as well. And I just had an interesting moment at the library just now. I was sitting, typing away on my computer, and there was a homeless man on the other side of me who was writing, and he was just writing a ton. I don't know what he was writing, but he was using those little tiny scraps of paper that they have out there for you to jot down where a book is that you're looking for, and he was writing on those, and I just when I noticed what he was doing, I don't know, it was one of those weird moments where I was just struck by my privilege. I was just wow, I'm sitting here with my laptop and my mouse pad and my mouse and 2 notebooks and all my sticky notes and all my pens and a flash drive to back up my work, and this isn't even my home. I took this stuff from my home, and I have even more at home that I could use to write and to do other things for entertainment, and this person is spending hours of their day sitting at the library so they can write, because this is where they can get some paper to write on. And it just I don't know, that just hit me all of a sudden, and it just made me kind of sad. And So I decided to give him one of my notebooks. There was a lot of stuff in both of the notebooks I had were about halfway full of stuff that I need. So I ripped all those pages out, and it was interesting because by the time I was almost done ripping the pages out that I needed to keep, he was actually getting up to go look around for more scraps of paper because he ran out. And he came back to his table because he couldn't find any. And so I was able to say, hey, do you want this notebook? And he said, thank you, yeah. And I don't know, I just wanted to share that. Not to be like, oh, look at me, I'm giving to homeless people, but just to remind everybody to look out for those little moments when God might want to use you to just brighten someone's day in a way that is super easy and didn't cost you anything really except a notebook, which I can easily go buy a new notebook. It's not a problem. Anyway, just a little story to remind you to look outside your own world and just think of ways that you can help people. And that would be a fun thing to hear about in the comments, because I love hearing those kind of stories. If you have a story recently where maybe you stepped outside of your own little bubble to do something nice for someone else, I'd love to hear about it. Let me know in the comments. Again, not to toot our own horns and to be prideful about it, but just to encourage each other to remember to think about that stuff. So anyway, that's it. I'm home now, so I gotta go, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye! Hey guys, it's Monday. It is noon, day 18 of NaNoWriMo. I'm headed to the library to do some writing. I have to be home probably 2:30 at the latest, I would say. So I only have a couple hours. I'm probably not gonna get nearly as much done as I need to get done, but whatever. We're gonna do something, and that's what matters. But also, I wanted to throw this out there for you guys. I have a friend who has cancer, one of our clients, and she has a GoFundMe page up now for her treatment, and she's a lovely person, lovely couple that we clean for. Her husband was actually a professor at the college I went to, and now I've had the opportunity to be in touch with him again through cleaning for them, and they've just been really lovely to work with, and it's been really upsetting to see them going through all of this really hard time with her cancer diagnosis. So if you guys are looking for a charity to give to, I will put the link to her GoFundMe page down below. I know a lot of times I want to give to people, but it's there's so many scams out there that you don't really know what you're giving to. So if you want something that you know is legit and will go toward a really good cause, I will leave a link down below for that, so you can check it out and consider donating. So anyway, that's it for me right now. I really got to get to writing, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! Alright, you guys, so I'm done at the library, and I wrote 920 words, which is not nearly even close to what I need to write every day from now on, and to be able to actually meet my word count goal of 50,000 words. But you know what? If it wasn't for NaNoWriMo, I wouldn't have written any words today. So 920 words is much, much better than 0 words. So I'm gonna just take it and be happy about it. I will say I also did write 370 words of just dialogue, and I'm not counting that toward my word count yet, because I think tomorrow I'm probably going to go in and add in the narration and plug in the little dialogue quotes through the narration. So I'm probably going to count all of that towards my word count for tomorrow. But if for some reason by the end of NaNoWriMo I don't end up going back to those sections where I just wrote dialogue, then I will go back and count all those words, because those are words written. It's just not a full scene yet. So I don't want to count those words now, because then if I do go back and write the narration, then I'm going to have to count only the narrative and not the dialogue, like in order to not count the dialogue twice. And that just would be really annoying. So I think it's better to just pretend that I didn't write that today, and then if I use it all tomorrow and plug it in to a full scene, then I can just count that word count for tomorrow. I hope all of that makes sense. I don't know if it does. I'm sure you guys get it. You're doing this whole thing too. You know how it goes. So yeah, that is me today, and I'm going to try to get some writing done tomorrow, but I also need to get this vlog up. So I don't know, maybe I'll try to edit this vlog today so that I'll have plenty of time tomorrow to actually get some writing done. But we'll see how it goes, because I've got other stuff to do today, because I just have like a life or something this month. It's really weird. Like, I usually don't have a lot to do, and I feel like I've had so much to do lately. That's where I'm at, and I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off here for this week's vlog. Don't forget to check out the link down below if you want to donate to my client who is struggling with cancer. I would really, really greatly appreciate it, and I know they would as well. So take that into consideration. And until next week, happy writing, everybody. Bye.